Greetings and welcome to this week's edition of One Big Thing. Kurt Goulding here, and today's one big thing is weather. Yeah, surprise, surprise. So anyway, it is the weather, it's summer, it's hot, and yeah, that's what's going on. And, oh yeah, one other thing. It happens virtually every year. During summer, it's hot. So now, according to one of our local meteorologists here in the Kansas City area, we're at our peak heat time now. July 18th through August 4th, seasonally, are the hottest temperatures of the year. Who'd have thunk? So there are really two areas that are really baking. The western part of the U.S. that includes a lot of the desert areas. So yeah, it's going to be hot and dry there. But there are farm areas that are dry. And then the other is the northwest portion of the corn and soybean belt. That includes western Minnesota, eastern North Dakota, and eastern South Dakota. But otherwise, everything's great. The days are hot and muggy, and the evenings cool down, and they're really quite pleasant. And this allows the corn to catch its breath, recover, and then take off the next day when the heat and humidities and rain comes. And rain, aside from that little area, have been more than adequate. Additionally, anecdotally, we're hearing farmers say that this crop is as good as any. Interesting. Now, keep this in mind. The markets are not being driven by fundamentals. They are being driven by the high-frequency traders and algorithms. That's it. The algos have a program that scans headlines looking for certain keywords, and rain is the big one right now. They scan it, they pick up rain, and they're in there selling. And that's what happened overnight in the markets right now. So it's going to be hot for another 5 days, but oh yeah, that's during the peak heat, and then comes the rain. So have we done, how much damage has been done? We don't know. And so we aren't going to know until the crop's harvested. So, hang on. We got till October before we really get a good feel for where we're at on everything. Now, here's a couple of things. The Chinese reported some cases 2 weeks ago of the African swine flu. Oh, if they've reported one case, how many have really broken out since then? The other thing that I think is real interesting is that the expectation is for the Chinese to produce at least 8 million metric tons more of corn. If they're going to produce that, do they need to import the same amount of that? I don't know. Just something to think about. So, the other thing with the Chinese, they are pulling their corn commitments, but not at a rate fast enough to meet total commitments. So, U.S. exports of corn are not going to reach what USDA has them estimated at. Oh yeah, and we are seeing the Chinese canceling old crop corn purchases and buying new. How about that? So guess what? The market is working, actually. High prices solve high prices, right? So they've rationed off the demand. The Chinese are saying, hey, if I can buy this $1 cheaper, why not? So we've seen the rationing of demand for corn. So, our next big scares won't show up for another 3 weeks in reality, and that's in August when we worry about the soybeans and their flowering. And then October, we'll worry about early frost. Now, I've heard nothing in long-term forecasts about early frost, but they'll start talking about it in August, maybe September. So now, my bold prediction, we've seen the high in D's corn. And I also think that we are going to trade below $5. at least the D's, and maybe the March too. But it's not going to happen for a while. So, until next time, happy trading.